2 minutes and 56 seconds into round one.
For me,
The use of a rear naked
martial arts keeps me out of
your
trouble,
new lightweight champion.
keeps me sane.
Make some noise for Shem.
It's just given me a calling in life. And it's given me something to chase every day. Definitely taught me discipline. It's definitely changed my outlook on life. I'll always train. I'll always want to improve my skill set. This is my calling. This is what I was meant to do. From Toxteth. It's where I grew up. Toxteth is a close community. Everyone knows everyone, or everyone knows of everyone. Everyone seems to be related to everyone. It's quite a diverse community also. A lot of like first, second generation immigrants, a lot of mixed race, a lot of culture. That's my own. Growing up in Toxteth, growing up in Liverpool as a young kid. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Might have got up to no good sometimes. Always out on the streets. But I feel like definitely developed my character and made me part the man I am today. Early family life. Mum and dad were together. We had money. My dad done well. My dad sent us to private school. It was a bit different to the other kids in the area. But obviously I was a little twat. I used to get in trouble all the time. And then at some point my mum and dad split up. My mum kind of raised 3 of the kids by herself then. And that's when it kind of changed from the high life to now living on the council estate, going to public schools, moving up and down the country all the time. We kind of veered away from Toxteth then. I'm 11, 12 or something. I used to bunk the train to Liverpool on my own, run past the guards, and I'd just go missing in Liverpool for like 9 months, 8 months at a time. My mum used to go mad, you know. After a few years of doing that, at some point my mum just said, I'm just going to move back to Liverpool. I was always sporty. I think I started gymnastics at a young age and football. Like, you can't be from Liverpool and not play football. It's just what you do as a kid. You just go out in the street and you just play footy. I go to games and perform well and fucking score goals, but then I go home and I'm selling weed, I'm out all night, I'm on the streets. Come to a half a crossroad in my life where I was like, I'm gonna try and apply myself at something normal. I'm gonna be a civilian. And I decided that I wanted to do horticulture and learn how to grow. If you know me, you know, like, my mum's big into horticulture, my mum grows her own food. That's what I wanted to do. I still have aspirations one day of like owning my own big plot of land, living sustainable off the land. That's like still one of my dreams. I decided to go to this college, I think it was called Recife. I used to travel like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to go and learn how to fucking grow vegetables and drive tractors, and it was mad. I felt like didn't really fit in, to be honest, but it was what I wanted to do, lad. And then I remember, like, I'd give everything up. I weren't doing no graft. I was just applying myself. So I didn't even have time to do nothing else, really. One day I've just come into the college, I'm sitting in the college, Someone comes to the door and says, the principal wants to speak to you, can you come out? So I'm like, yeah, sound. And as I've gone to come out the room, all police had just dived on me, lad, and just twisted me up. They've arrested me, took me to the police station. That was on a Friday. They kept me over the weekend. I remember getting straight out the police station on the Tuesday. I've got to the college, I'm sitting in my first class, and the teacher's like, what are you doing here? I've gone down to the principal's office. The principal's like, look mate, you can't go to school here no more. I'm like, what? Because police come and arrested me on campus. I got a no further action. I've just come straight from the police station to here. And they were like, no, the police has told us everything about you. They've advised us to kick you out of college. They said that you're selling drugs to the students. They said that you're selling Class A, you sell heroin. And I'm thinking, what? When I got kicked out of that college, I thought I tried my best to apply myself here. I tried to fucking put my head down and plod on, and they're still coming for me, lad. So I thought, you know what, fuck these. If they want me to be that guy, I'll be that guy. And it comes to the point where I'm 18, 19. I did do some things in my life. I did commit some crimes. I wasn't living the cleanest life. But it's crazy that the crime that I actually went on the run for was the one that I never done. I got arrested for the aggravated burglary. Time comes, I'm getting bail for a later date. I'm walking home from the police station. Solicitor calls me. The police have made a mistake. They've bailed you when they were supposed to remand you into custody. Can you come back to the police station, please? I'm thinking, what? I'm not going to jail for a crime I haven't committed, are you mad? So that's when I made the choice there and then. I went home, got my head down, woke up at about 5, 6 in the morning and fled. I got the train to London and then I got the Eurostar to France. And from France, flew to Bangkok, and then from Bangkok, I flew to Koh Samui, and I spent 9, 8 months in Koh Samui before then moving on to Malaysia, where I spent maybe 8 years on the run.
I've been working with John now, just around a year. This will be my third fight now. I've always done strength and conditioning throughout my career, but I've never had someone as good as John. I can definitely feel it in my fights. I've now come up a weight class, I'm carrying more muscle mass, but still feeling like better cardio, better fueled in the gym. Yeah, I think going up a weight class is probably the best thing I've ever done. I feel like I'm a massive featherweight, but I'm killing myself to make the weight. And my performances were still good because I was finishing in the first round. I could feel it myself, like if I would have went second and third, how would I have felt? Where now I'm confident to be going 5 rounds and think like I'm fully fueled, that I'm all well in there. Hard work now. He's working the cage. 2 more weeks, less. Maybe 5 days of hard work. Taper down. Start to feel fresh again. April 29th, so I'm getting killed.
When I first left, I never thought I'd even get past getting a passport. And then once I was in France, I kind of knew, like, I'm home free, yeah. But even then, I didn't think I'd last 10 years. I've gone from being a little road man out in Liverpool to now being a tourist in Malaysia. It took maybe going abroad, going and seeing Malaysia, to kind of broaden my mind a little bit. Every 3 months, I'd have to leave Malaysia and come back because I was on a tourist visa. But I can remember going to Singapore specifically, walking down the street, looking at this big, huge glass window. It was the outside of a gym, and I can remember looking in. It must have been like an open mat or something. Everyone's all in gis, there's about 20, 30 people on the mats. I didn't know much about jiu-jitsu, obviously, so I'm kind of watching the black belts going, yeah, he's sick, watching the arm bar people and that. And I must have stood there for about 30 minutes, an hour, gone back to my hotel, whatever, carried on with my life. But I've always been a fan of the UFC. I've always watched MMA. Even when I watch MMA, even back then, I used to like it when the fights would go to the ground. My favourite fighters were always like the grapplers, like your Damian Myers and that. So it kind of stuck with me now. I'm back in Malaysia, maybe 6 months later. I'm walking down the street and then I see a sign there, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. In my mind, I truly believed, I'm a young lad, I'm in the prime of my life at that point. I'm thinking, yeah, you know, I'm from the streets, I've had fights before, I've had straighteners. This will be easy, this, it'll just be a load of fucking guys in pyjamas, I'll just throw them around the gaff. Delusional. Oh, let me tell you, that day I got humbled. I got choked out by kids, I got choked out by women. I remember I just left that gym and went home and I'm just sitting on my bed and I'm just thinking, wow, I don't know what the fuck just happened to me, but I want to be able to do that to other people. That's when I caught the bug, like immediately. I don't think I needed to be eased in. It just hit me like a fucking train wreck. So then from that point on, I just started showing up every single day, no matter what. I come in, I work hard, I'm respectful to people. It was a time in my life that I needed Professor Bruno, my coach. I feel like he's a very kind of old school jiu-jitsu mentality, kind of like military. Everyone lines up before class, everyone ties the belt on the right side, we bow in, we shake hands after class, no speaking while I'm speaking. If you're late for class, 100 push-ups, if you answer back, 100 push-ups. Kind of instilled that discipline in me that I needed as a young adult. Kind of made me grow up as a man, to be honest, lad. I think maybe if I would have had a different coach, he wouldn't have cared as much. Maybe I wouldn't have went as far in the sport as I did.
This is like when you go to battle, level up your armour. Love it, mate.
After 2 months of training, my coach come to me like, "You're competing?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to compete." And he's like, "No, you're competing." I'm like, "Okay, Bruno, I'm competing." I remember I went to the competition. He made us drill this armbar for months. Set up the armbar. If the guy stacks you, you invert and then you finish it. And I remember I just went to the competition and just submitted everyone with the exact same armbar. I think from that point then I now had the bug to compete. Travelling around Southeast Asia, I ended up getting to the point where I've got my blue belt now. I'm doing super fights against black belts. It was mad, lad. It was a good time, and if there would have been more money in the sport, I would have never transitioned to MMA. I would have carried on doing jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu will always be my first love.
Yeah, she's just very watering.
I'm powerful everywhere. Jiu-jitsu, wrestling, striking, boxing, jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu. They're not ready for me.
If I compete against you, it's just like giving you that a little nugget.
Some people look like lost for quite a bit.
He's got one kid, but you haven't looked at him. You haven't one.
Boyle must have that show, so we'll have a chance to speak to him.
I've been thinking that every time anyway. Staying on top. If I'm on the bottom, scramble.
Ask you questions, when you ask you a question, you didn't answer it.
Oh, what did you ask me?
Said you looking forward to this session. Alright, we'll keep that in.
Hires up Classic FM.
I'm done with these questions. Classic FM, let's boost it.
Next question. So I told them I was on the run for 10 years. What else did I tell them? I told them all stuff that was true. And then I slipped in there for the laugh that Jimmy Savile's my uncle. And I thought they'd be like, haha, very funny mate. They posted it on the page, a picture of me, and the quote is, Jimmy Savile is my blood uncle. Lad, it was only up for about an hour and it got took down. I've got the screenshot on my phone now, I'm going to put it up one day. I should have put it up on April Fools, shouldn't I?
I always think Manchester is so expensive. I do look all the time. I wouldn't house it. Like